Extreme sports are increasingly going mainstream, with adrenaline-inducing activities finding their way into regular vacations. But then there's just extreme, like extreme heat. Tomorrow, Death Valley's expected to reach 117 degrees, which seems less like a vacation spot and more like a wrong turn. So why are tourists lining up at America's hottest destinations? Here's ABC's David Wright.
At this point, most of us are eager to escape the summer heat. We'll endure it long enough to snap a selfie, maybe at Yosemite or the Grand Canyon or some other spectacular spot, but we never stray too far from the air conditioning, hopefully set to full blast. And then there are the heat tourists.
Going places that I've never been. Seeing things that I may never see again, and I can't wait to get on the road again.
To them, high season is wherever the thermometer is highest. This busload of Italians is headed for the lowest, driest, hottest spot in North America, Death Valley.
You've got the cowboy look already. Look at you.
And my friend. Two cowboys.
Two cowboys.
Death Valley holds the record for the hottest air temperature ever recorded on Earth, 136 degrees, a record unbroken for 100 years.
Why here?
Honeymoon.
Honeymoon. Honeymoon in Death Valley.
In August and September, when Europe is crowded with American tourists, Death Valley is packed with Europeans.
But not too hot for you?
Yes, very hot. But it's cold. At home, it's cold.
At home it's cold.
Yeah.
Hi.
In an entire day here, we met tourists from France and Switzerland.
I mean, it's puzzling that people would come here, like San Francisco maybe, Los Angeles maybe, Las Vegas even, but Death Valley?
And they like it. It's so different. The territory is so different. You know, there's nothing like that in Europe.
One couple we met is actually camping here.
How have you held up?
Well, badly. The heat's killing me. Yeah, we had
She nearly fainted.
we had a heat stroke.
Almost a badge of honor in this crowd, we met the Pippenstock family from Germany. They're dutifully keeping track of the temperature every time they get into the car.
So basically every time it reaches a new high, you take a picture.
Take a picture. Yeah, this is
Very Germanic.
Yeah, that's pretty German, probably.
This year, for the first time, the National Park Service found it necessary to produce an instructional video for tourists.
We are in Death Valley National Park, and we're going to try to fry an egg in a skillet that's been out in the sun.
Showing how, yes, it is possible to fry an egg in this heat.
So this proves you can fry an egg in the desert sun.
But the Park Service is asking people not to.
Every summer, somebody tries frying an egg out there, but nothing to the volume that we've seen this year.
It starts to smell even.
Oh, it does. Yeah, especially in this heat. So just think about having hot, kind of gooey eggs in your house. It gets kind of gross when you consider the volume of eggs that people are trying to cook out here.
Death Valley, as hot as it is just an appetizer for heat tourists. True heat connoisseurs head to the Wave. Not the sort of wave most of us have in mind. No, this wave is bone dry, right in the middle of the Arizona desert, a spectacular stretch of Navajo sandstone dating all the way back to the dinosaurs. Water and shade in short supply here. It looks like you've landed on Mars.
I don't know of anywhere else in the world that has this kind of undulating slick rock, the swirling sandstone that looks like petrified rainbow. It's pretty spectacular.
The Wave may well be America's most exclusive national park. Last year, 48,000 people applied for just 7,300 day permits. Nearly 5 out of 6 visitors turned away.
How many we got? 18.
Just showing up is no guarantee you'll get in. The park rangers grant just 20 permits a day. Half of them snapped up 6 months in advance. The other half chosen by lottery among people who apply on the spot.
Everybody's heart rate just go up.
Today, 18 groups, about 60 people, are vying for 10 permits.
The Wave, it's unmarked, and it's in the middle of the desert. There's no trails. And if you aren't prepared with the heat that bakes off that rock, it's very easy to be dehydrated.
This summer alone, 3 people died hiking the Wave. an elderly couple overcome by the heat during the 4th of July weekend, and a 27-year-old Arizona woman who came here to celebrate her 5th anniversary and promptly suffered a heart attack brought on by heat exhaustion.
She was just too far into the heat, and it didn't help her.
The rock formation is gorgeous, but it's not worth your life.
Which may explain why the Bureau of Land Management seems to go out of its way.
Everyone is aware that it is a arduous hike, 6 miles round trip over uneven terrain.
To discourage people from visiting.
Has anyone ever told you that hiking in the desert in the middle of the summer's oftentimes not the most brilliant idea?
After the deaths this summer, the BLM is stressing safety more than ever up front. They're planning to add a new warning sign and translate the instructional video for foreign tourists. But people still are allowed to visit. Among the first names picked today,
Number 2.
Vicki McCarran and Stephen Thacker.
I was really surprised, actually. We were figuring we'd try every day and keep coming back.
Avid hikers from Florida, they're used to the heat. They plan to take a gallon of water each.
We feel we're pretty prepared for it, and we're also going to carry 2 GPSs with us, so that should help prevent us from getting lost.
After we didn't win the lottery, they agreed to take our camera along.
We're hiking over the sand. There's going to be quite a lot of that during this hike.
As they hiked up the unmarked trail to the wave.
Walking through the notch. This is the way. Beautiful.
A natural hotspot that they insist is worth it.
Now you're going to see one of the most magical places on Earth.
Even with all the hassle of getting here.
This is the site that people will absolutely risk their lives just to see. Words don't describe the beauty of the spot.
Maybe the heat tourists are onto something. Remember that German family, the Pippenstocks, keeping track of the temperature readings wherever they go? We'll make a present for you, so you can take better pictures.
That's not
There you go. That's for you.
Thanks a lot.
A souvenir of their extreme summer vacation. I'm David Wright for Nightline in Death Valley.